Hi, I'm Sammi, the marketing director for Investream. One of my favorite things to say to people is if I told you everything I do in a day, you would think I'm making it up. So I will spare you for this video and I won't go into detail about every single thing I do, but I will say the microphone I'm holding and the camera that I'm talking into are emblematic of some of the things I like to do outside of work at Investream. I love gear. I've got all kinds of fun gadgets at my house. I've got a DSLR camera for my webcam. I've got this cool 4K portable camera. I've got a computer that I built myself last year, and I totally love nerding out on tech. The other side of me is someone who desperately loves logging off and touching grass. So as much as I love getting the next new thing, figuring out how to program all of the lights in my house and how to get the RGB going on my computer, which I'm still working on, the other side of me collects typewriters, and I've just started to learn how to repair them. I love painting. I just started painting this year, and I'm doing my first art show. And if you're lucky, I'll show you a little sneak peek of my studio at the end of the video. I also do fiber art, so I've been crocheting for many years and weaving and cross-stitching for over 30 years now. So I love doing those kinds of things. I also love getting out in nature, hiking, especially just taking long walks. Just being outside with the dogs or going camping is a great pastime for me. So I really think that creating that kind of balance is really important, and that's something that I think about in the work that I do as a marketer and basically in everything I do in my life. I try to strike that balance between this futuristic, techie side and this grounded, human-centric side. And if I did my job properly, you will see that play out in what you look at for Investream. So I started working for Investream in January of 2023, and it's kind of unbelievable to think, oh my gosh, that's 3 years now. But some of my favorite memories have to do with some of those early years and while we were putting things together and while we were growing everything, what marketing looked like, what the company looked like. And being someone who has a background in advertising, I worked for a large agency, a small agency, and then I was also an in-house marketing director. I'm one of those people who's good at wearing many hats, and I also thrive in chaotic situations. I do not panic. I just buckle down and get it done, and I always land the plane. Now, is that the state that I want to be in all the time? No. But as you're growing, you inevitably experience some of those growing pains, and you've just got to figure out how to navigate through it and get to the other side. And now I'm excited because we're at a stage where there's a lot of stuff established. We have so many processes and templates and ways that we go about doing things. And now it's just a matter of, okay, what are we building to next? So in 2026, there's a lot of focus on strategy and positioning, and you're going to see some revamps and some facelifts and some slightly new expanded directions. And I'm really excited for the work that's up ahead because we've laid the groundwork. We've figured out some of those idiosyncrasies, and now it's a matter of putting the big pieces back in, refreshing them, and coming into 2026 with a slightly revised look that I'm really excited to show to everyone. And as promised, here I am in my art studio. I have this cute little drink. I also have a landscape that I've been working on. It is not done, but it's from my time on the Ice Age Trail because I like to hike. I just moved in November. There's a lot of things left to do, but I've got it pretty well situated now. So you'll be seeing a lot more projects coming from me soon. I'm going to close this with two truths and a lie, but they're actually all true. So I was Chuck E. Cheese. I used to work at The Onion, and I got accepted into Mensa. Thanks for watching, by the way. Thanks for following along. I hope you learned something new about me. And if you've got any questions about me, you could probably just comment it on any social media post because I'll eventually see it. And so I can answer your question. But thanks. Bye. That's it.